Do you find yourself often asking yourself the same question? Why am I in debt again? And how does this keep happening to me? Well, you're not alone. According to a recent Lenders Club survey, 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. If you want to improve your financial situation, it's time to find out why you're always broke in the first place and what you can do to improve your financial stability. To assist you, we've compiled a list of the main money issues that keep people in a never-ending cycle of being broke. Once you know the why, you can work on the how. Welcome to EpicState, your home for money, mindset, and motivation. Number 1, you don't have clearly defined financial goals. There's a great saying, where the focus goes, the energy flows. Without a defined goal, it's impossible to save money effectively or make wise investment choices. Instead, you wind up spending impulsively on things that you don't really need and racking up debt that you can't afford to repay. It's like following a GPS without a destination. If you want to get your finances in order, the first step is to sit down and define your end goals. What do you want to achieve in the short term and the long term? How much money do you need to make and save? Once you have a clear idea of your goals, you can develop a budget and savings plan that will help you achieve them. With a little discipline and planning, you can get your finances on track and start building the future you want, even if it's just one brick at a time. Number 2, you're living beyond your means. You know the saying, live within your means? Well, it turns out that a lot of people haven't gotten the memo. If you're wondering why you're always broke, it might just be because you're spending more money than you have coming in. Now, I'm not here to shame you, we've all been there, and it may just be that you're not making enough. But it's important to be honest with yourself if you want to get your financial life in order. The first step is checking if there is a spending or earning problem. Once you've done that, it's time to put a plan into action. You might need to get a second job, cut back on your spending, or find ways to make extra money. Living beyond our means is almost always at least one of the main reasons we're broke. And only you can change that. Number 3, your fixed expenses are too high. Your fixed expenses are those costs that you have to pay every month, regardless of how much money you make. They include things like your rent, mortgage, car payment, insurance premiums, and student loan payments. If your fixed expenses are eating up too much of your income, then this is unsustainable. It's time to take a closer look at your budget and see where you can make some cuts or changes. Number 4, your money is a mess. If you're always broke, it's probably because your money is a mess. Your income is erratic, you have no savings, and you're constantly racking up debt. Most of us, when financially struggling, prefer to avoid facing the full reality. So we just find comfort in the chaos of not fully knowing. But you can't fix what you won't face. The good news is that the steps to change are simple. First, start by tracking your income and expenses. This will help you get a better idea of how much money there is and where it's going. Next, create a budget that ensures there is less money going out than coming in, and stick to it. Finally, make a plan to pay off your debts and start saving for your future, however small. Number 5, you need to earn more. The reason you're broke isn't because you spend too much or don't save enough. You've checked the numbers, reduced your expenses to the bone, and there's just not enough. In this situation, for obvious reasons, if your income doesn't cover your basic expenses, you're never going to get ahead. The only solution is to make more money. Find ways to increase your earnings, whether it's through a higher paying job, freelancing, investing, or some other form of supplemental income. Number 6, you don't have a side hustle. At some point, we all realize that there are only so many hours in the day, and selling your time for money is not the most effective way to grow your wealth. You need to find ways to multiply your money. If you have limited earning potential at your job, then start developing a side hustle that can eventually pay you money. Treat it like a long-term investment. This could be buying things at garage sales to sell on eBay, or starting a YouTube channel. The internet is full of hundreds of different earning opportunities, so it's time to start a side hustle to create an additional revenue stream. Number 7, you have no emergency savings. You're broke because you have no emergency savings. You know the drill. You get paid, you spend money on things that you want and need, and leave just enough left over to cover your bills. But what happens when an unexpected expense comes up? You're forced to put it on a credit card, and before you know it, you're deep in debt. If you had an emergency fund, you could cover the cost without going into debt. So why don't you have one? It's probably because you think you can't afford it. But if you can't afford to save money, then you can't afford not to. An emergency fund is essential for financial stability. So start setting aside some money each month until you have a cushion to fall back on. You'll be glad you did when unexpected expenses come up. With that said, we've come to the end of today's video. If you found value in it, then hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more money, mindset, and motivation. Until next time.